Hey, happy Friday. Okay. Not only do I have a lot of good stuff to show you, I was thinking, I don't know if there are deep thoughts, epiphanies, and some reviews. So let's start with a lot of favorites too. A lot of times when I am getting ready, I'm thinking about you and I'm thinking about what I want to tell you, especially before my Friday video. And today's Thursday. And I'm thinking about you all the time, like during the week. So, just like for instance, this morning I was doing laundry and I wanted to report back on this detergent because I know it's expensive. And there's one that I see online all the time, and they just contacted me about sending me some of their scent pods. So, I'll have those soon. And then Brooke told me that we have a place in town that's kind of like Lush where you can go make your own detergent and things like that. So I might try that too. But I love this. I love this. Now, I showed you that I was using my little jigger thing to measure out the loads. And it said for a medium load, 1 fluid ounce. For a heavily soiled or large load, 2 ounces. I have never used 2 ounces, but with it just being Will, John, and I don't have great big loads of clothes because a full laundry basket freaks me out. So I do clothes basically every day, maybe every other day. And what I have noticed is like my new pajamas. I forgot to bring them out here. Hold on, let me go get them. Okay, I can't believe but this is one of my favorite things that I've bought in a long time. Eberge pajamas. And oh my gosh, okay, I'm kind of a pajama connoisseur. I've had the Avery, I've had that Lunia silk from Nordstrom, I've had the Nordstrom brand, I've got Skims, I've had, of course, Walmart, I have Victoria's Secret. And so I pretty much have a grip on what I like. You guys, okay, first of all, this print, is it not precious? White with the little rosebuds. It's so sweet. It reminds me of, if any of you are around my age and your kids are around my age, you probably remember the children's brand Little Me. That was one of my favorite brands when they were little, is Little Me, because it was so soft and cottony. Another one was Gap, because I never did, and this isn't a bad thing, it's just a me hang up. But my kids were always in their socks or barefooted because especially Brooke was barefooted a lot because she was born in March, so it was the summer. Will, he had more socks and, cooler weather stuff on because he was born in November. But I didn't do anything like dress them up in a three-piece suit or, all those different layers and stuff. I just was always thinking about them being comfortable. And I just loved all of the cottony things. And so that's what this reminds me of. I took some pictures, so I'll be able to put it in here, but look at this waistband. No drawstring and super stretchy, super comfortable. And John gives me compliments every time I wear these. And so last night I asked him, what did he prefer, these or the silky ones? And he said, well, I'd have to see the silky ones. I said, I've been wearing them for years. He said, oh, oh, oh. He said, I like them about the same, but I really like those. So I ordered another pair from Revolve, just in the solid pink. I really like printed jammies most of the time, but love those, worth every penny. And it kind of made me think, this is epiphany number one or deep thought number one. One thing that I love that I can do on this channel a lot is I can show you things like now when I try on a pair of pajamas from Soma or Skims or something, I can say, these are just as good as Eberge. Like, I love that when I really have knowledge of what the best is, and then I can bring you closest to that because I think that's what we want. So, love those. And I don't know if I have anything else that is as soft and silky, but still that type of material. Love them. Okay. What? There was something else. Okay. So, we're talking about the laundry. So, I washed it was a small load of light clothes because I wanted to wash those and wear them that night. And I could really smell this a lot. Like, I haven't even washed them again. So, it's not like it bothered me, but not only do I have sensitive nose John, I've got even more sensitive nose, Brooke, around me a lot. So she comes over here a lot of times early in the morning to do work for me. And yesterday she said she could smell my pajamas. And I was thinking, really? But this is my thought on this. Sorry, I've got too much stuff out here. Mix it. Like one of you said, that Diva wash, the glamorous wash, Diva wash, that you mixed that with another detergent. That was so strong that there was no mixing it that I could find doable. It was just so strong. So I have tried that, but this isn't that strong. This is like a fifth of the strength as far as like scent. And I just don't want anything that strong. So I was thinking this morning, what I'm going to do is get some unscented, like free, like Tide free or Purex free or whatever, and then mix it with that sometimes. And that will make this go even further. But I love it. I see what all the hype is about. It smells it's not overpowering. I like it. Oh my gosh. It's not even perfumey. It's just like, I don't know. It's almost like if you were to get your pajamas done at a hotel. It just smells good and luxe. I love it. Okay. Epiphany number 2. I watch so many New York Fashion Week. I watched a Moscow Fashion Week video this morning. Copenhagen. I watch a lot of those fashion weeks and stuff and just vlogs a lot of times. And I'm always looking for inspiration. Well, I noticed they put this bright lip color on a model and she was fair like me, low contrast. And what they did though is she wore dark sunglasses. So if you're like me and sometimes you want to wear a brighter lip and you're going to be wearing sunglasses, wear a dark pair like this. Think of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and people like that would do this a lot. And that way it might become a little bit more wearable. This is just a thought I had for myself. And I've really noticed it too with my mom. I love her dark frame glasses. She was wearing them this Sunday and she just looked so pretty. And it like balances out she's got big lips and it kind of balances out. Whereas when she doesn't have any glasses on, she's fair like I am and her hair is gray now and her eyes are light. They're kind of like a greenish color. Then she looks almost washed out. So that is something I was thinking of. And I'm going to get my hair done today. I may surprise you guys. I may surprise myself. I just don't know. I haven't made final decisions. But okay, so let's go on we'll put these in my hair. That is one more beautiful, gorgeous thing about not having extensions is being able to run my fingers through my hair. Okay, I took those out because I want to show you hair products and I felt like you should be able to see my hair. Okay, one thing I used this morning, not only are my gray roots coming in, but I have a chicken pox mark. It's weird how this happens. It used to be when I was growing up, I think it was right there or maybe it was right there, but it migrated up. And if my hair parts a certain way, that scar is there. And sometimes I need to fill in my hair right there. And then this morning it was parted weird and I just wanted to fill it in and kind of cover up my grays. I just wanted to show this to you if your hair is my color. This is my favorite one. It's the Wow Hair Powder in dark blonde. And you need to have you need to be more of a rooty blonde if you use it. I do have the lighter blonde, and that is actually, you can almost give yourself highlights. Matter of fact, I bought that when my hair was too dark. But this is my go-to for sure. I keep it out in the drawer to use it. So just wanted to mention that. Okay, hair. This is a thumbs down, but just for me. It may be good for you. So I thought it would be good to talk about it because you may want this, but you may not. I love Wow products. Matter of fact, the store I was in getting this said this was their number one seller, your number one line. So this is the Style on Steroids, Performance Enhancing Texture and Finishing Spray. I used this, it was the last time, not this time I styled my hair, but the last time. Oh, in I'll put it up here, my travel vlog video. So in that video, it looked good. It gave my hair body and everything, but it is residuey. Like it is starchy. It's probably the most I have used in a long time. And it made my hair feel dirty. it made the style not like go over the 3 days very well. It just wasn't good for me. But I have fine hair and I don't like the feeling of a lot of product in my hair. So if you're someone that really does want the oomph and you want it to stay and maybe your hair is not as fine as mine, you may want to try it because it worked. I mean, it really did give me a lot of volume, a lot of texture. I mean, there's no telling what you could have done with this. I just used a little bit and it was like in my hair. So I am just going to give that away. Okay, this is something that is pretty funny. I bought this on a whim. I think I was buying some other stuff and just happened to see it on the website. And it's a whole little line here from Wella. And this is like Redken or Joico. These are tried and true brands that, I mean, they've been around a long time. They should know what they're doing. So it's the Ultimate Smooth line. And I got the Travel, which is a lot of times what I do regardless. It's not really for traveling. I do it just to try something. It's the Ultimate Smooth Step 1 shampoo. Smooths, nourishes, and adds shine to dull, dry, frizzy hair, which that's me. And then the conditioner is Step 2. Conditioner smooths, nourishes, and adds shine to dull, dry hair. Okay, there's something in one of these that gave me a clue. Yeah, okay. They want you to put this in and leave on for 30 seconds. And then there's this oil that comes with it. And this one is Ultimate Smooth with squalene and omega-9 Miracle Oil Serum. Okay, what made me realize there's something to this is the night before I went to New York, I used this and like a cocktail of other things, and it did not mix well. You could tell where this was. It kind of stuck in my hair, and I thought, wow, it does do good. It does fine just on your ends or whatever. But I could tell there was something to this. So, night before last, I took a shower, washed my hair, and I used these things. And my plan was I'm always after the whole undone Kate Moss hair. And I don't want to use a flat iron. I don't want to use a wand. I want it to be heat free as possible. So I had the great idea. Matter of fact, Will and I had gone to lunch that day and I took a shower as soon as I got home because I was going to give myself time for my hair to air dry. And so I got out, did this whole system just like they say, and combed my hair straight all the way around, pinned it, got upstairs, looked at my hair in the mirror, and it was curling. I mean, this hair under here, you guys, is curly. I'm hoping when I get some more weight on it, it won't be quite as curly. And I thought, I was on the phone with Kelly, or I was on Voxer, and I said, this stuff is the worst. And I looked it up on Ulta. Every product has like 5 stars, 4.9 stars, 45 reviews, 4.5 stars, 50 reviews. And I was like, okay, why don't I like this? And I noticed one of those products talks about using your blow dryer. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go use the blow dryer. Whatever's in it must be heat activated because my hair got so smooth. I wish it was a little bit heavier, but I know I'm the only person that probably wishes that. Most people are wanting their hair to have more body and be lighter and fluffier, but my hair got so smooth, I couldn't believe it. And I wore it, I put it in a bun, and I was going to go to sleep. John had gone out of town for a golf trip, so I was by myself. I put it in a bun. I was going to sleep with it like that, and I thought, no, I better take it down because I don't want it to give me a headache. And then I put it in a ponytail. When I took it down, fell straight down again. And I wore it like that yesterday. And so today I curled it a little bit with my big 2-inch curling iron just to smooth it out. But it worked. It worked. So if you're someone who wants smooth, straighter hair, like it wasn't flat iron straight, but you know what I mean, give that a try. Because I told Brooke yesterday, I said, you've got to try this because she washes her hair just about every day. Okay, another hair product is, remember I got this little set from Sephora, but they have these sets at Kerastase too. And this is the full-size oil that came with the little travel shampoo and conditioner. Well, I used that when I was in New York, it was the night before my photo shoot. Loved it. I've used it again. I loved it. And this oil is amazing. First of all, how pretty is this? I leave it sitting out on the edge of my shower and it's just beautiful. There's just something about this that's so pretty. And this is not my favorite method of, I wish it had a pump, but I will say, I'll just do like that real quick. And then I'll run my fingers across the wand and just do the ends of my hair on an average day. And then it spins down real quickly. So it's easy to undo it and do it back, and love it. So I think that little kit is worth trying too. Okay, so let's move on to skincare and some of my thoughts on that. Some more epiphanies and deep thoughts with body skincare. So, a couple weeks ago, I got the P50 Body Glycolic Spray. And if you've ever tried any of their products, you know they are no joke. That, 2 thumbs up. Just, it's serious. So, I have been using that in the mornings. What I've been doing is trying to use my glycolic product in the morning all over my body, and then using the retinol product, Alpha Ret Body Overnight Cream, at night. This is expensive. It's $120, and as you can see, it's 5 ounces. So I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to order another one. I have something else that I ordered from Muesli online that's kind of like prescription. I had to send in a bunch of pictures, talk with a nurse, all that kind of stuff. But it's got hydroquinone in it. So I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in that. So that's what I'm going to use next. But my thoughts on this are, 1, I do think it's expensive. 2, I do like it. I mean, I even took this out of town. 3, I've been, a lot of you like it, my dermatologist. I feel like it's a good product, but I feel like there might be some comparable things out there that are better. And then I was reading about it, and it says that it has AHA in it. So it's supposed to be like giving you the acids and the retinol. So I did a little experiment the other night when I got out of the shower. I had one of those good, luxurious showers where I just did every single thing you can do. And I thought, I wonder if this really has any of those acids in it. And I put this all over my shaved body, and it did not even tingle. So if there is any of that in here, it's not much. So I would just pretty much count this as a retinol product, which is not bad, but I think where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, the most benefit, the most before and after results is going to be from your glycolic acid. I remember when I first married John, I went to his dermatologist, and she was an older lady. She's since retired. She lived and breathed by aqua glycolic products. Every time you went to her, because we used to go once a year to get our bodies checked out. I still do that, but I go to someone else for skin cancer and stuff like that. And she wanted you to use aqua glycolic body wash, lotion, everything. And she would give you samples, and then sometimes we would buy it. And they don't make that anymore. But it seems like I saw on Amazon who took over it. But it got me thinking, about the whole skincare process. And I have seen great results already around like my feet and ankles. I used to have these little fleshy, just a little bump, kind of like almost like the size of a mole, but flesh color, just a little bump. 3, 1, 2 on the tops of my feet and 1 on my ankle have come off. And see, that's what happens when you use Obagi. Anything that's on your face, like even a dark patch, it will come off, and you'll be left with a little bit of a raw spot, but that's what that acid has done. And so I'm really happy with the whole acid part. So when I was traveling, I bought these from Amazon, and I searched and searched to find the highest percentage of glycolic acid. And these are 20%. And they're serious. I love these. I have been using these all over my body. It takes about, I think, 4 of them, maybe 5. And they're not crazy expensive. And you know what is so weird and gross and almost alarming is I will scrub my whole body in the shower, shave. Okay, no, I didn't shave. Yeah, shave my legs, everything, both times. Okay, the first time I forgot my razor. So I did this when I got out of the shower. The second time was this morning, but I had just taken a shower, shaved my legs and everything. And you get like dirt on like, you can tell you're cleaning your skin, your arms, your chest, and your legs, even though you're clean. Is it just like maybe getting off? I don't know. Is it getting off dead skin? If you know, comment down below if that's ever happened to you. But I know that I could take that P50 spray and put it on a pad and use it. But these are a little bit more cost effective and they were easier to do when I was traveling. Okay, so something I have ordered many times before, and I ordered again, I just got it, it's all wrapped up, is this. It's the Glide Tone Exfoliating Lotion. And this one has 17.5% glycolic acid. So when it comes down to it, I think if I, at this point in time, had to tell you, just get the strongest glycolic acid or pads that you can and start with that. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, here's the lotion P50 spray. And you have to shake it and it will, let me tell you, one time I got out of the shower and I was spraying my chest and just part of the mist got on other parts that had been shaved and it stung. So this is some tough stuff here. But I think we all know that. This brand is no joke. Okay, I just saw this and thank goodness yesterday I remembered to do this because I forgot to bring them out here. But I got another pair of the Gap Hailey Bieber they're the 90s loose low rise. And remember, I ordered these, no joke, I think the next day after I bought the first pair that I showed you about 3 weeks ago. And I even paid the $25 or whatever to overnight them because I wanted to have them for the next video. And I never got them, but it said they were delivered. So I was waiting to see if one of my neighbors got them or something. And then I thought about it and I thought, how am I going to prove I didn't get them? All the stuff. They showed up, I think, day before yesterday. And Chanel, she was just playing with her lamb chop. She gets crazy sometimes. You have to let it go. And so what was I going to say? Oh, this is what I was thinking too. Many of you have noticed. One of you said, okay, first of all, my friend Christina said, Lisa, I looked at your Instagram and I noticed you haven't posted since June. Is there any reason? And so I didn't realize it had been that long. And then another one of my subscribers said, for some reason, your Instagram isn't updating. And I said, no, it is. I just haven't been posting on it. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to make some kind of challenge. And right then I saw Laura Vitale on her story saying she was going to show her outfit of the day every day of October. And I immediately messaged her. I said, I am too. So I am going to, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put it right down below. I'm going to show not only what I'm wearing every day, it's going to give me more opportunity it's going to be a twofer. It may be days that I don't feel like dressing up. I don't feel like getting styled up. And you're going to see what I wear on those days. It can be sweatpants and a sweatshirt and whatever, my flip-flops. But then it may be a day that I see something that's inspiring and maybe I don't want to make a whole video about it and I can do that. So it's going to give me a creative outlet. And then it's going to also just, get back in the groove of Instagram because I do miss it. I really do. When you get out of the habit of doing something, sometimes it's hard to get back in the habit. But I have so many outfits that I want to post on my phone. And so I might even post more than one a day. So yesterday you saw these. That was the whole point of that story. Okay. This I brought out here because I used it this morning to put my hair up while I was washing my face. And I was going to tell you this is what got me started on spending more money for fancy hair clips. And I think the first thought of it was when it was last year in Dallas, I had my Prada bag. Oh, I know what it was. I had another bag, but it was the bag charm craze when everybody was really getting into bag charms. And he suggested a good bag charm it was the Prada clip. and you just put it on the strap, and it was so cool because, we do that anyway, and the fact that it was Prada, it was cool, and then you could wear it in your hair. Well, they quit selling the one I wanted, and then I bought this when Target had the Kate Spade, and there is just something to it about having a fancy little hair clip. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, my lip combo today, I wanted to wear something a little different. Not that it's that different looking, but I mean, it's my look, but different products. Because I went through my lip liners and I saw this one and I was like, this is a good lip liner. It's the Hourglass lip liner in Uncover. So I brought my wipes out here. It's a little bit more, what can I say? I felt like it might be good for a lot of you. It reminds me of like the Dior Jungle that got discontinued. It adds a little bit of that rosy, let's just call it tawny rose tone. So it can go a little bit more with pinks and stuff, maybe a little bit more than my typical that is more brown. And then these lipsticks, you guys, I would say these are the ultimate long lasting lipsticks. Behind it would be the Dior that I just showed you in my lipstick when I reviewed all the highest end lipsticks, the Louis Vuitton ones and everything. I'll put that up here. But these are just so good. And this color is 104, and it's just so pretty. I know it's hard to see because it's a nude, it's a light color. And then I put it on and I liked it, but sometimes I want a little something, something. So I saw this in my drawer, which is a Sicily lip gloss in number 3. I remember I bought this at the counter one of those times I was mesmerized in a beauty department. I think it was at the Neiman Marcus flagship store in Dallas. Those ladies at the Sicily counter, they were amazing. They're the ones that first got me into the Sicily powder that's so good. And this one is called Sunset. And I'm going to put some beside what I'm wearing, and then I'm going to put some halfway on top of what I'm wearing. And hopefully you'll see what it does. So it gives it a little bit of, do I have a mirror here? Do I have a mirror here? I do. Let me see. Okay, so first let me put a little bit more of this on so you can see the color. And then I love the kind of a point to it too. Then make sure you get that sparkle to the top because that's what gives you the fold over of the top lip. But I think this is a fabulous lip combination. I wanted to show you, okay, while I have this open, where's the other one? Here it is. I wanted to report back. Here, I'll dump the brush out. My 2 favorite latest blushes have been these 2. Now, you may be saying they look just alike. And so I took a picture of them this morning and I was, comparing them. And the difference is this one has a little bit of sheen to it. So I put it on this side, and then the Burberry I put on this side. It is more of a matte. So can you tell the difference? And which one do you like best? I think, okay, first of all, this leads into something else. This brush. I'm going to get another one. It is so good. So good. There is something about this end. I don't want to put on like bronzer or contour or blush with any other brush now because this is so good. So I just dab it in and I kind of go over the whole cheekbone like that. And I used it with both of them. And I feel like I get more pigment and just a little bit more cheekbone out of the Burberry. So that kind of makes sense though, because let me swatch them. So Dior, Burberry. Yeah, definitely. Definitely more pigment from the Burberry. I want to try more of those. So there's that. Another brush that I'm loving that I just got is this one by Mario. And it's very, very similar to the Real Techniques brush that I have like this, but double-ended. And these are good for traveling because you get double the brush and love it. The reason I got it is when I use my contour stick. Okay, I have been loving for months this one from Dior. That is the number 2 tan. and I still love it, but it was getting too tawny and too dark for me. So there it is. And so I went in to Ulta, and my friend Sherry is a rep for, is it Live Tinted? And she said, "Oh, there's one of these that's really good." So we swatched it, and it's still got the warmth, but it's lighter. Do you see it's a little bit lighter than that? And then I went to Sephora and I got the Mario Light Medium, which is even lighter, but still a warm tone. So I like this, but it's not enough oomph. It doesn't give me yummy. It gives me contour, but it doesn't give me 90s supermodel. It just gives me a shadow. So I like this, but not as much. The ultimate in the summer will be the Dior Tan, and then this Live Tinted. And this is actually, it's a hue stick, 5-in-1 complexion stick. And it's number 6, made in Italy. But I love it. I love it. I've used it now. I used it all in New York. I've tried them all 3 to make sure what to tell you, and this is my favorite now. Okay, so I just took pictures of those swatches, so hopefully you will have some pictures up here to see. Okay, one thing that I got in New York at the Sephora, and how many times have I tried Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk? I've tried it so many times. It is one of those like mysteries to me. Everyone loves it so much. They just go on and on about it. And I do think it's pretty, but you guys, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. This doesn't beat anything. This daggone Maybelline serum. I've got it on today. It is just the best. I don't even know what could be better. I'm always going to keep Estee Lauder Double Wear up there really high because you can never go wrong. And I cannot imagine in a million years anybody ever discontinuing Double Wear. It's just the queen. It's the icon. But this stuff is just so good. And my favorite color is 220. And I'm just using that alone now that I'm not as tan. The color they matched me to was 5.9. I did wear this and it was too light. So I'm thinking maybe this is one of those that I can just never get the shade match, but it was very underwhelming. I'm hoping that Brooke can use it so it doesn't go to waste. Okay, another thing that I had mentioned, I got the pressed version, and we were discussing the Givenchy Rose Powder. And I asked you guys, had you tried the new version that is talc free, and what did you think? So I decided just to go for it when I was in Sephora, and I bought it in the 3, and here's my old one in the 3. I don't see a big difference. I still think it is absolutely beautiful. I will say this powder has somewhat of it's kind of like a sheen. It's beautiful, but just, let me see if I can show you. I mean, I put it on my hand right there. It leaves okay, here's the thing. I dip my beauty blender or pawpaw sponge in there, and then I roll it on my hand. And then I do it again. And then at the end, I'm getting everything off my hand to just put it all on my face. My hand will have like a sheen on it. So I did want to say that, but it's so pretty and it looks pretty. So the thing is, I still prefer my Maybelline Fit Me powder. So I guess the point is this is beautiful. And if you were a lover of the old formula, I think you would still love the new formula. I don't regret getting it because I may want to try it again. Sometimes I'll watch someone do their makeup and they'll use something and I'll run in my closet upstairs and get it out and use it. And you never know, I may like it more next time, but it's good to have it. Okay, brushes. This is one of Tati's eye brushes, and it's in the Essentials kit. Love it. Love it. It's a good brush. It is like a one and done. I used it for my eyes today, and the only thing I have in the crease is my Physicians Formula contour palette, that top right color. But it is so easy to go through the crease. Then I go down the nose once. It's pointed and sturdy and like has enough body where I can go underneath my lower lash line like that. And then after I do my wing, I can still go back in and darken up the outside. Right there, it's good. I took all of her brushes, not all of them, but the ones I was using with me. And so I've been, making mental notes, and I always love my makeup when I use that brush. Another thing that I've had before and now I have again is the Lancome Tint Idole eyeliner. And mine is just the black. I measured them this morning against each other, this one and the roller liner, and it's about the same length because that's what I like. I like to get in there, go across, do the wing, drag it over. And I feel like this one it's not quite as bendy as the roller. And when the roller's brand new, it's probably about the same, but the roller liner gets kind of broken in, and then my wing will sometimes mess up. But I've been loving this. I mean, I'll always have the roller liner too, but I really do like that. Okay, fragrance Remy by Rosie Jane. They contacted me. I have gotten their fragrances. I bought it off of Sephora, one of my favorites. I just got finished with the shower oil, is the Madie, Madie. It smells just like the beach. It smells just like Bobby Brown Beach. I love that fragrance. And then I've had another one of hers. And then they offered to send me one of their combos, layered up for fall. So it's a combination of the fragrance and the roller, like the perfume oil. And this was another epiphany. So they sent me the Remy, which is kind of like that beachy scent. This combination is actually cozy meets fresh, like a cashmere sweater over bare skin, warm, inviting, and effortlessly sensual. That sounds like us. Remy is bright mandarin, fresh cardamom, and white amber. So this, when you spray it, it just makes you think of the beach. Like, okay, fresh, but okay, that just reminded me of something fabulous, some other fabulous fragrance. I don't know which one, but it is good. What is the first note of that again? Mandarin. So it's going to be kind of like neroli. Oh, it's fresh, but it's not fresh like zing you in the nose fresh. It's still round. It's a fresh, round scent. This, which is rosy, is the perfume oil. It's white musk and sweet rose. What do I love? Musk and rose. And it's the fragrance rollerball. And so I put it on this morning. The two together are amazing. They make the coolest scent. And this was my epiphany. I bet that's why I love the Chanel Mademoiselle primer. I will bet it has some type of oil in it, or this was really my thought. I think I just probably would love all fragrance oils. I think I love a scent that will stay on your skin. You smell it like when you're driving. There's just something about any of like the fragrance primer, all of these. I don't know if I'm as worried about other people smelling me as me smelling myself and smelling it myself all day. And that's good because then when you're sitting beside someone in an airplane seat or a conference or the things that I go to a lot, then you're not going to choke them up or, offend them, or like Brooke, even my daggone laundry detergent, she can smell. It's just, so I'm thinking, wow, Chanel and the other people need to come out with more fragrance oils because maybe that in the end is what I like the most. That's probably why I like fragrance hand cream and things like that. Fragrance body washes, because I love the smell of it on my skin that I don't necessarily want to be walking around with a 3 feet throw or fog of fragrance. So just another deep thought. And they also sent me their discovery set, which I recommend. So it's got Remy, the one I just told you about with the mandarin. It's got Rosie, which is the white musk and sweet rose. Feels like sleeping in your birthday suit. I love that. Dolce, which is more of a vanilla, hinoki wood, and brown sugar. Missy, which is coconut, pineapple, and frangipani. That's going to be fabulous. Layla Lou, which is pear and jasmine and tangerine. Dylan, Gaiac wood, bergamot, and amber. So Dylan is going to be like a true, that's going to be your vibey boyfriend scent. Lake, vanilla, lemon, and cedar. Okay, I bet lake isn't going to be for me. Lemon and cedar usually are more of those higher, more pointed fragrances. You know how you have visuals in your mind? That's what it reminds me of. So thank you so much to Rosie Jane for reaching out to me and sending this to me. You really kind of sparked some deep thoughts about fragrance. Okay, so I think we can do a few more things while we're sitting down here. This I brought out here. This is that little baby, cutest little brush that I was showing you. And I put it in my bag to travel the last time I went to New York. And guess what? I forgot a big round brush. And I had to use this to blow dry my hair. And it did a phenomenal job. And I realized I love this brush. It makes me want to get the bigger one. There is something about the combination of bristles. To even today, when I was curling my hair, I would take one piece out, spray it with my Neuro, then I brush it out, and then I curl it, and I love it. So I wanted to report back on that. This is funny. This goes against what you might think. You know how to lift, a mastopexy, all of that stuff. Well, little fun fact is I was a double D before. I had the old school implants that were wider, and it was back when I was younger, and that's what I wanted. I had them done right after Will was born while he was a baby. And then I wanted to have a lift, and I wanted to get my saline switched for the gummy bear, and I wanted to be a C. I did not want to have a big chest anymore. Well, woke up, lo and behold, I'm still a 34D, and he said he just did what he thought looked best. So I trust him. But I am not one to I'm never trying to look bigger. I'm never trying any of that stuff. So I love a minimal bra. My favorite is probably the Comfeely just because they're the most comfortable and they do give you a really good shape. But that's a full-on bra. And even the small is almost a little bit too big for me because I'm small around. My original size when I met John was a 32B, if that tells you anything. And I think I would have stayed there, but I breastfed both times, and let's just say they were history. I got left with nothing but skin. So I saw this and I ordered it, and it is amazing. And it is a minimizer bra. And look how beautiful this bra is. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has this like double layer. Okay, this reminds me a lot of the new bra coming from Comfeely, but theirs is even more. Theirs has this real cool shelf. They really put a lot of like technology behind their whole design. This one is basically a minimizer, and it's fabulous. I wore it in my video that I just did, my New York video, but I just had it underneath that little gray outfit. I wore that outfit 2 days in a row and I loved it. But it is good. And it was for it to have an underwire, it was, comfortable. And I did get my usual 34D. So wanted to tell you about that just in case you're in the market. Did I notice it? If I had to say the most minimizing would be the next to nothing. It would be the Aritzia bras, either the triangle one or the one that pulls over your head. Okay, let me stand up for the rest of this. Okay, so let's start with my outfit. This you have seen before. I don't know if you've ever seen it in a video, but I've talked about it so many times. This is my Veronica Beard suit, you guys. I've got some more deep thoughts about this, but first, let me show you the outfit. So it's the Veronica Beard suit. I got on the size 6 blazer. I could wear the 4, but the reason I got the 6 is I like a little bit of an oversized fit. I have on a little commando, I thought I had ordered the bodysuit, but it's actually just a tuck-in cami, and it's beautiful. Like, if you want something like this, I love commando stuff. I like all of their stuff. And so, you have a button here that closes it. Okay, first let me show you the pants. So here are the pants. You can get this suit still with the silver hardware or the gold and in different colors. And okay, there's so much to say here. First of all, this is right up there with the best luxury investments. It's not crazy luxury, but it's more than like the Quince or the Walmart, of course. And I've had all of those. This is the best. It's the best. And then the pants, I have a size 4. So I would say get your smaller size in the pants. And these are some of the only pants that hit me right where I want them to hit, right at the ankle. And then these are my new Gucci loafers. They are what dreams are made of. You will not regret Gucci loafers, especially these sparkly ones. I showed them to you in the last video. So what is this outfit good for? Anything, any special occasion, but especially for those of you that have business conferences or your go to work business casual. And that is where I think I have the deep thoughts. Let me sit down for this. I am going to do, okay, I've been talking about this forever. I was even going to do a course on what to wear to work and, business casual, what to wear to conferences, what to wear to events, things like that. And I haven't done it yet, but I have done a lot of like research and paying attention to other videos, to what people are wearing to work. I say this from a good place is what is going on? It's like everybody's trying to do the least amount they have to do. And I don't know if it's because of COVID and people just got used to being comfortable. But when I see some people at work, I think, how can their boss let them dress like that? And I'm not saying you can't ever wear jeans or something comfortable, but I feel like everybody's trying to get so comfortable and what's the word? Casual, that it's almost like when I was watching videos, it's like we're bringing the lowest common denominator kind of down, down, down. And I want to bring it up, up, up because there have been so many studies done about people getting raises at work, people being considered more intelligent. There is so much perception there with how you look and how you're dressed, especially with men. And even as you get older, it's time, I don't know, like I've even heard public speakers, because you guys know I'm a life coach and a feminine energy coach and all of that stuff. So I've been to a lot of speaking engagements. I've listened to a lot of people. I've taken a lot of courses. Even the men will talk about wearing a nice suit, investing in a nice suit. And I guess that's where I'm kind of coming from, is something like this is timeless. With the pants at this length, I have worn this suit with loafers. I've worn it with Valentino flip-flops because I had heels to wear, but I was in a Vegas hotel and it was like a 10-minute walk from my hotel room, probably more than that, to the conference room, and my feet were getting exhausted. Then I've worn it with, did I already say tennis shoes, sneakers? You can wear it with anything. So not only can you wear it with anything, matter of fact, the first time I ever saw this suit was when I was in Nordstrom and the girl had on Adidas Sambas. And I immediately bought this suit. Okay, so that leads us to some shoes that I got this week. And I'm going to start out with, okay, let me stand back up. Okay, so I'm going to start out with these. Okay, you guys, I am just super excited about these boots. And you may be thinking, why? You've got 10 pair that look like that. I know, but I saw these. They're Sam Edelman. And when Kelly and I were in New York and we were in the Sam Edelman store, I spotted these. And not everyone has this seam down the middle. Matter of fact, I love the ivory ones. And I tried to get them, but they didn't have my size. I thought I bought these. She forgot to put them in my order. So when I got back to the room, I was like looking for them and she forgot to put them in there. So I ordered these that night from the hotel. These look so high end. So this is another example where I have the Kate boots. I have the Acne Studios boots. I have all these high-end YSL boots, Prada boots. I have all these high-end boots. And so I can tell you that these are so similar. Gosh, they're stuffed to the max. Anyway, okay, yeah, it goes. The sheen on these is just like the Kate boots. Okay, see how they have a really cool heel, but it's not crazy. Matter of fact, those new Fendi boots, I would have those in a heartbeat, but I'm not saying I wouldn't ever get them. I might have to just get immune to the heel, but I love a funky, but yet not too crazy looking heel. I mean, look how pretty that is. Even the underneath. See the pitch in the toe, how it comes down slim and gives you that chic toe look. This coming out of your jeans or your pants, the calf thing isn't too, like, that's the one negative I would say about my Quince boots is the calf is a little, like if I try to wear those with a dress or something, it doesn't look good on me because there's too much room. It does have this little stretchy part there and the inner zip so that you don't have to, because some of mine, sometimes I've wondered if I'm going to get them off. And I mean, they're just perfection, perfection. And I did get the size 8. So super, super excited about those. I did not need them, but I wanted them to be able to share with you. And I mean, I'll still end up wearing them. Okay, so something else that I'm excited about, okay, I did put them out here. These are the Gap jeans that I was just telling you about that I got in the long. They didn't have the dark. I had to get this color, but I love them. I wore them yesterday. I mean, look at this. I haven't even washed them. They're pretty cool, I have to admit. Then I don't know what made me, oh, I know what made me do this is when I did the black jeans video, I loved those Calvin Klein black jeans. So it got me on their website. I have a thing I'll just go ahead and show you. I have a whole thing about Calvin Klein because when I was in my hottest 20 days, probably when I was 25, 26, I bought I don't know how many pairs of the Calvin Klein cutoffs. I bought a bunch of t-shirts and they were crop and fitted. And then I would wear these little black mules with a little bit of a heel. And that was my go-to outfit. I loved it. I got so many compliments and I felt really good. And I'm just a 90s Calvin Klein kind of girl. So I grabbed this classic t-shirt and then I grabbed 2 pairs of their jeans. And I noticed this morning that I think the whole website is 40% off. So perfect timing. These are the 90s straight. I've tried them both on and they're both fabulous. So these are more of I've tried them both on, so I'm trying to remember. These are a little bit longer, I think. I'll try them on again for you. And these are let's see, both of them are size 27. Oh, I can't remember what these are. I think these are I'll have to look. I'll get the exact links. This is Calvin Klein Studio. Yeah, these were $269. So these were a little bit more expensive. And I can't remember what cut these are, but they're different. Complete with cat hair. Yeah, I'm thinking these are shorter. Oh my gosh, I apologize if I can't remember. I actually got these last week, right before I went out of town, but after I did the video. So I'm excited that that's all 40% off. Okay, now this is crazy, but I love it. Look at this robe. For some reason, I have an aunt that is no longer with us that this reminds me of. When my mom watches this, she'll know what I'm talking about. But I even think my mom would like this. Look at that cool, happy, fabulous print. And I've been wearing robes more because of doing that whole body skincare. Wow. Wow. This feels a lot like the Eberge. It's so soft and it's real light. So it's not a keep you warm robe whatsoever. Let me see. I got it from Nordstrom. 94% recycled polyester, 6% spandex. Boy, they did one heck of a job on that recycled polyester. It is so soft. So it will probably keep you warm just because it's polyester, but it's just so pretty. It's like that is the happiest sexy, vibey print. I love it. Okay, then what do I want to show you next? I think I want to show you, I got one thing from Zara that is amazing. Hold on. Okay, I just tried it on for the first time this morning, but this is like perfect. Okay, are you someone who lives in, like, we do get cold here, but we don't walk around and we don't drive in like long wool coats. But I love the look and I love styling, using something like this to style for you guys that do love that. So I saw this and I thought this might be cool. It's the whole look of a long wool coat, but it is the weight of a blazer. It is so cool. So I'm thinking they'll be good not only for my style. I was curious if I could put it over this. Yeah, not only can I use it for my styling videos, but there are so many things you can do with a long coat like this. It opens up the whole more chunkier boot. Like I've got those Chloe boots and I was thinking, what am I going to wear those with? Like look how fabulous it is. So I have now, like if I go to New York, Boston, anywhere and I want this look, I got it and it's not a bunchy coat. It's more like a long blazer. Has a good split in the back, so it's easy to walk. I mean, I think it's pretty amazing. It's going to work out really well for me. Like if you live in warmer climates, but you're like me, you're a little jealous. I mean, it looks so good, doesn't it? It just looks like a cool airport outfit. And then it is lined. Let's see, 129. I mean, that is so worth it, you guys. It's kind of like a twill, I had to say. Let me let you look at it really close. I will say I ordered some things from H&M this week and they're on the table to get returned. They were junky, junky, junky. That is definitely a hit or miss place to order from. Okay, now I'm going to show you some shoes. Okay, these two I've already shown you in my New York video. Oh, I really love those. So if you were kind of wanting the look of these, this would give you kind of that look. All of these shoes are going to go well like with a suit like this because it kind of features your shoes. I think I wore my Prada sneakers last year to a conference and they were sold right after that because those sneakers hurt my toes so bad. Okay, these are new. These are the best quality looking shoe like this I've bought. I think they're even better looking quality than the Sam Edelman. I was walking down, it was the street that Gucci is on, Wooster Street, and a girl, she was working. She came out, she was walking, and I said, I will do this. I love your shoes. Do you mind telling me what they are? And she looked and she says, oh, I love them. They're so comfortable. And I expected her to say Alaya or some other brand like that. She said, I got them at Bloomingdale's. She said, let me see. And she looked at the bottom. They're Mark Fisher. They are fabulous. So I went immediately to Bloomingdale's and they didn't have them. The Mark Fisher was up against the wall. The guy looked them up and he said, you have to order them online. So I ordered them, I think, at the airport. They are so nice. See how they have a little bit more support than some of them do? This might be leather. I haven't even looked, but wow, those are nice. No regrets. Okay, these TBD. These are, when I looked up the Alaya flats, these are supposed to be the closest, I don't want to even say that word because Amazon flags it. These are the closest inspired, and these are from Amazon. And I pulled them out and I thought, they don't have a lot of body to them, but they're $50 versus $1,000. So I figured what I would do is wear these and see what I thought. And I'll be honest with you, the Alaya is still on my mind because I got to know like that Clint Eastwood movie. I want to know what the Alaya feels like, but then I can tell you how close these are. These, on the other hand, I got from H&M. Look at these. I have been so impressed with H&M's cheap shoes lately. I think these are the ones that the girl had on that was working in Chanel shoe department at Bergdorf. I swear, I think this was it. I mean, look how pretty the toe is. Look at how no glue globbing out. These are beautiful. See how there's something different about this look right here. That's just this, it's almost like hosiery instead of net. And just, I feel like the toe is so flattering. Even like this dip is flattering. These I am impressed with. And these were not even $50. So there you go with that. Okay, now I've got some books, some more deep thoughts. I'm sorry, I'll quit saying that. This is something that my mom and dad gave me for my birthday. And it's, you got this, 90 devotions to equip and empower a hardworking woman. This is so good. This is right up there with the pivot book. I know it's a little different, but I have enjoyed this so much. Every day it gives you like a different Bible verse, and then it just gives you like advice. Sometimes we wonder why certain people, situations, or jobs enter our lives. We have to remember that we only see what we see. Like this is, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for evil. I give you a future and a hope. So anyway, it gives you like the Bible verse, and then it gives you, a plan. Think of a time you're waiting for what you have now, maybe a new house, a friendship, or a certain relationship. Don't you wish you could have relaxed during that time versus being worried and or anxious for the day it could happen? So it's just, I think every woman, every person would enjoy this, but it's really been good for me. Really. There's been a few that stung, that hit home, like just different things that I just really made me think. And I think all in all, that's what it's about. So I have the Sarah Young, I think, devotion that I read at night, and then I read this in the morning. And I think that's good because it sets your mind right and puts you with God in the morning and then again before you go to bed. And I just have really, really enjoyed that. Okay. Then we've got something I pre-ordered and it just got here while I was out of town. It is from Azaleen and it's the Bridget Bardot Intimate book. And look at that. It is, I mean, I don't know if you can see the texture of this book. It's almost like a fabric. It's phenomenal. And I was just, Brooke's here. I was just reading the other day how many hair pieces and stuff that they used to use back then, like extensions and stuff, which I just thought was fascinating, but it's just so pretty. And remember, these books are like art. Like you can just leave this open to different pages. Let me let her in real quick. Okay, then next, I just wanted to show you some things I got and just more thoughts. I got some magazines in this week. This is just the catalog from Bergdorf. And I just wanted to bring to your attention because it's easy just to throw these catalogs away, but you never know when an ad or just something might inspire you. I always think about that Saks magazine with the girl with the loafers and the pants that were kind of cropped like this. I mean, how many times have I drugged that out to you guys? How many times have I thought about a Sarah Jessica Parker look and things like that? Sometimes I have pictures on my phone. So when you get something like this, keep it and just look at it and just get inspired. Don't, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes just visual beauty and enjoyment is underrated as far as like your quality of life. And I know for me, when I got really into the hustle culture and productivity and all of that stuff, I didn't feel the value for things like this like I do now. And I think it has enriched my life a lot to really just stop and look at the catalog. It's kind of like smelling the flowers, but I was just so inspired by this. I mean, so much. It can give you outfit ideas, hair ideas, makeup, everything. I mean, and you know what? A lot of times too, it makes me realize we're always striving for this perfect hair, this perfect makeup. Take a look at the hair and makeup sometimes in magazines. It's not phenomenal. I think social media has almost glamorized the overdone. And sometimes, like, look at her hair. I mean, it's not that it looks good, but a lot of times you'll see their makeup is very understated or messy. A lot of times I'll look at someone's makeup and I'll think if I went on YouTube with makeup like that, they would excoriate me. But yet it's on the cover of a magazine. Here it is. This is the one I was thinking. Look at this Dior, which I know it's editorial, but I just think that, like, I kind of miss the days when Hollywood was glamorized and people dressed up and magazines were beautiful and we had more of that to look to. Social media, I think, has just put in a whole different dynamic. And hey, I'm a part of it. So it's not like, I'm innocent, but gosh, just look at all this stuff, how pretty. See, and it gives me such good ideas too at color combinations. I will say, you guys, this baby pink, which we love, is so in for the winter and the fall. It's everywhere. So if you have something baby pink, get it out. I want to order a baby pink cashmere sweater. I want to order a scarf. Oh my gosh, look at that. Ballerina girl. The ballerina flats are so in. And just this page makes my heart sing. I love it. I love it. And this is just the free catalog. And someone fussed at me the last time about being out of touch with, but you don't have to buy a whole lot for them to put you on the list to get their catalog. I promise you. Okay, this is a little, but I wanted to save you. I subscribed to these magazines. We've got ASAP Rocky here on L, and then I don't know this girl, but now something they do, this isn't a sticker. It's literally like made into the magazine, and it ruins my vibe just a little bit because I like to just lay these down and just look at them like a book, and just especially if like these two, I'm not crazy about the cover, but keep that in mind. I thought I was being good by just ordering them and, subscribing to them, but I think I would have rather just gone and bought them. So I just wanted to tell you that too. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I've got on my golden tiger ring. You guys, if you have not gotten this, I would rather you get it. And if you don't wear it, just set it aside because when it's going to be gone, it's going to be gone and you will never regret it. I get so many compliments on this ring. I will have people that look at my pictures from 5 years ago and still ask me about the tiger ring. So my nail polish is such a good one. It's put it in neutral. And my earrings, I am loving these great big 3 carat a piece moissanite earrings. And I do like the ones with the gold. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being my person that I get to think of about with all these things. And I will see you in the next video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram for outfits every day. And don't forget to look on my website for my clothes. Say I wear these shoes one time and I'm just not feeling them, I'll put them on my website for half. So I will put that link down below too. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.